Hey everyone, this is Wester70, and this is episode number 2 of the new alpha game RimWorld. This is a let's play version of it, and what our little group is doing now is out gathering supplies, and all of a sudden they find there's been a space wreck nearby, and they need to go rescue a person who has just fallen into their midst, so to speak. And so sit back and enjoy, and let's see what happens. Just got a thing that the someone has crashed nearby. All right. Now, for some reason, cannot have no available enclosed prisoner marked bed. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, set that for prisoners. We may not be able to do anything for this person, which is kind of a drag. People don't fall out of the air every day. So there's only a limited amount of time. So I've set the other two guys to... Oh shoot, he's gonna go to bed. They both went to bed. Alright, this isn't gonna work. We may lose that person, which is a shame. What they... Basically, you're kind of... doesn't seem to be like a friendly thing here where you just sort of go out and find people and welcome them into your home. You have to sort of capture them or make them prisoners, apparently. This person is probably going to die. Force them to do it. Alright, so we've captured this person, or going to, hopefully. The bed is for a prisoner because it's now orange, or orangish color. So basically, this person, Zazda, is now in jail, so to speak, and the other guys are now working on finishing off these rooms. Now, the prisoners have to be set in their own spot, and so they have to have their own room, and the bed has to be changed. And usually there's a thing over here. For instance, here's Toon's bed, and you can set it for prisoners if you wanted to. Now Toon is actually feeding her at this point. This indicates a roof is now over that particular room. So she's at least out of the rain, but let's see, whose bed is this? I don't know whose bed that is at this point. Wonka's. Okay, so Jono does. This is going to be Jono's room over here once they get it finished. Now he's going to be unhappy because he's going to be out in the rain because his bedroom, which was a nice spacious room, is taken over by Zida. Zada? Okay. We'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're going to put a stove in because you have to be cooking, and that'll increase the happiness of your people. So using the Q and E button, we'll put it in the corner here. You have to put these up against walls so that electricity is conducted through these walls. So this stove won't work until you get this wall coming up around. Now our staff is working, building up the doors. Try to keep your number of entrances down to one place. That'll prevent enemies from trying to get in from multiple locations, at least initially. So now we're going to put in a turret. This is a defense mechanism that we're going to use to keep out the bad guys. It'll increase our firepower. One of our guys is building the cookie top. Now at the top I'm putting in solar panels, and so that we can start generating some power. To have solar panels, you also have to have batteries, and the batteries are an important element, of course. It is important, though, as you can see, this room that I'm putting the batteries in doesn't have a roof yet over it because the right corner, southeast corner, is not yet complete. And what that'll lead is electrical fires for it. Our guy has just provided food. They'll do that automatically as long as one of them is designated as a warden. And there's a guy that's from one of the other adjacent villages that's friendly, and he's visiting. You'll find these guys wandering through. They'll eat your food too if you're not, well, not really much. You don't want to stop them from doing it because you don't want to create more enemies. You already got 4 or 5 of them hate you. So it's best to just let them do their thing. As opposed to those who are trying to kill you, though, so you have to keep that in mind. Yeah, so you want to start creating a surplus. Now our prisoner is over there, and Zida, and so you can see that she doesn't like being in prison, eating off the ground. So there is some. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to recruit her, and we're let her have chats with our people, the warden, to try to convince her to become part of the team. So these are her biography and her strengths and skills. So yeah, you can see our battery is starting to power up down there, and starting to gather some electricity. Now you add lights to your facility. It's an important aspect of it, and you snap them in place there, and as long as you can see how the electrical lines went through the building. Yeah, and our warden will go in and try to talk to the prisoner and try to get them to get on board with our village and become a member of it. It takes a while to do it. It's some amount of probability that's involved in the actual successful recruitment. So that's just the way it goes. Now here we have one of our team is off collecting things. That's silver, and she's just picked up metal, though. And metal is obviously an integral part of some of the construction that we have to do here. Okay, he's returning. Wonka is returning. Basically, everybody is following their own parameters, and so this is metal again. Now, where are they going at this point? There's the buffalo sort of creatures. Looks like they're collecting different elements of metal from different places. It's better to try to get it from the distant places first, because eventually there'll be enemies that'll be attacking, so you want to try to get the stuff that's farthest away first, while the enemies are still in their strength is not high. So the metal is used for creating the lighting fixtures. Alright, so he's building a light in the prisoner's place, and there it is. And that'll make her a little bit happier, and that'll be more conducive to getting her to become part of our team. Now here it's raining, and there is a fire started as a result of the rain on the battery. You can see how that's working out for us. Everybody, as long as they're tuned to it, will fight the fire, and you can see here firefighting is with 2 out of our 3 of our people, and they will fix that. The little red dots mean malfunction in the walls, and they'll repair those as soon as they wake up. Now here we're zoning the area for protection. This is home area, is what that blue meant. And anything within that area will be repaired, and if there's a fire, more importantly, they will go out to that area and put it out. You need to do that. The home region is an important designation, and for getting them to fight fires and do repair. Now here you can hear the wind effects and things like that, and what I'm trying to get him to do is to fix that right southeast corner. Now here is the battery is malfunctioned, and so they're going to have to fix that and get that corner of that building. Yeah. Okay. Now you can see the little lightning bolt in where the stove was put. It's not working because it's not totally connected yet, and it doesn't have adjacent walls. Wanda has given the prisoner food, and she's going to go to bed. They do like taking their bedtime. So now we're naming our little town. At a certain point, it'll ask you to name it. You know, be inventive. So apparently I'm having difficulty being inventive here. So you would like to do something a little bit, you know, different, you know. And so we're going to call it Nuevo Los Angeles. Yeah, New Los Angeles. Okay. And our workers are busy. They're out there working away. Let's see. You can see a fire in the left there. Tune is off to bed. And there goes Juno. And she's going in for having a chat with Nazina, the prisoner. And they'll do this on a regular basis, trying to convert the prisoner to being part of this group. You can see the thoughts, the mood of the prisoners on the top in that bar, and convinced by the warden. That'll slowly go up, and the percentages eventually will be in our favor. This will allow us to convert the person. Now, Toon is slowly fixing the walls here, has made that a priority, and once that's done, it'll be covered, and they won't have to worry about rain on the batteries anymore, which obviously is a concern. So we've synced them into doing repair work so that we get more of the building fixed up, and so that the batteries and everything else are more operational, or so become operational. Here they're gathering more wood to finish this last part of the southern wall. And you can see Wonka is fixing the battery, and the walls are being fixed as well. So we're going to save this, do an overwrite. Now Toon is cutting a tree down. Wonka is doing crop maintenance, starting to harvest. Those little tan loaf things that Wonka's got are potatoes, and that little leaf symbol next to her or him is cutting the food and creating potatoes. My personal favorite. And so now Wonka is in convincing a prisoner again, or talking to the prisoner, trying to convince them to join the group. This is how you get new members of your community. So you can see the little conversation bubbles that are with the characters. They're chatting, trying to convince the prisoner to come on board. And it looks like Wonka has successfully convinced Nizita to join our group. So we'll have to change her bed to a non-prisoner, to a colonist, and that way it can be used. And so Nizita, who is still wounded, which is what the red boundary is along her name, will recover. Okay, so it's raining again. We have a roof over our batteries now. We've created another stockpile for food, trying to keep that consolidated in one area. It's best to try to keep this stuff in one place. Okay, so the turret is starting to work now because it is connected, and you can see the outline of the turret and the white line around it. That's the area of coverage that the turret will give you. And our colonists are completing the lower room, and now it's the next day. One of the things you want to do is to put flooring down. Your people are finicky and they don't want to eat on the dirt. They also want to eat on a table too, and with chairs, so do keep that in mind. So that I think was a good place to stop, and I hope you enjoyed Let's Play RimWorld Alpha. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed the program. Take care, and we'll catch you at the next episode. Thanks.